Hello, my dear Sagittarian friends. This is Maxine Taylor, and I've got your November forecast right here. First, I want to mention something. Those of you who have asked me to please mentor you in astrology, just a little heads up, I've begun doing that. And if you would like me to teach you astrology, face-to-face, one-on-one, whether you're wanting to study for yourself or because you'd like to be a professional astrologer someday soon. We need you out there. What I would suggest you do is go to my website, MaxineTaylor.com. All the information is there. If you have questions, shoot me an email. Okay? Now, let us talk about your birth chart and the transits to it. Of course, we're talking about your solar chart. And this is terrific. I love this. All right, let's start with Mercury. Mercury is the blue planet. It's what we think about and talk about. All right? Now, Mercury is no longer retrograde. We know that. It's in the shadow of the retrograde, so you still don't want to start a new project until after November 2nd, when it comes out of the shadow. Isn't that marvelous? So after the 2nd of November, you can start new projects. I suggest that you wait when Mercury is in the shadow, simply because it's still so confusing. There is a shadow before it goes retrograde and a shadow after it comes out of retrograde. And so November 2nd, it's out of the shadow. However, Venus is going to enter its shadow of the retrograde November 18th, because it's getting ready to go retrograde. And in the next few months, there will be a time when both Mercury and Venus are retrograde at the same time. So it's going to be a tag team. And I'll let you know, check with me every month. I'll let you know when that is, all right? So my suggestion is that between the 2nd and the 18th, go ahead and start that new project that you've been planning. All right? All righty. Now, so Mercury's in your 11th house of friends and humanitarian projects and being a friend to all. On the 5th, it moves into your 12th house and you're saying, go away world. I don't want to fool with you. I don't even want to talk to you. I don't want to be around you. I have to be alone. And if you can, back off and go somewhere private, I think you'll be very happy. Unless your birth chart says that you want to be in the public eye, in which case both of these charts are going to be activated. All right. So when Mercury moves into your 12th house on the 5th, you're going to want solitude and privacy. But on the 24th, it moves into your 1st house, and you are talking up a storm and thinking up a storm. And you're thinking about you. Well, once a year that happens. And it's your turn. If you want to talk about yourself, that's perfectly normal with Mercury in the 1st house. Okay? So let's look at the sun, the yellow planet. It is your ego. It's the center of your life. And it has been in the 12th house, preparing to move into the 1st. You'll find that the month before your birthday, you're in a gestation period, a spiritual gestation period. And when the sun enters Sagittarius, you're off and running. So on the 21st, after spending time alone, you are away from all those noisy people. You're doing your thing your way. And your mantra is my way or the highway. and it's your turn. That happens once a year. So you've got both Mercury and the sun in the first house, and you're thinking about yourself. Fortunately, I know you're very funny and people will love it. Now, Mars, the red planet. Wow. Mars is war. Mars is passion. Mars is what you put first. Mars is what you fight with or fight for. So you have the sun, the center of your universe, and Mars, what you put first in that 12th house. And Mars is saying, I am not leaving this house. And this can very often manifest as suppressed anger. Now, suppressed anger can manifest, as we know, as depression. But with the sun and Mercury in that house, I would say the chances of that are slim to none. However, you will still want your solitude and privacy. Okay? And there can be a suppressed anger. Figure out who you're angry at and why, and forgive them, and you'll be able to move forward. Now, Venus, the planet of love and money and beauty, has been in your first house, and you have been able to love you. Oh, I think that's terrific. Oh, it's beautiful. On the 5th, it moves into its own house. Second house, it's its traditional stomping ground, second house of money. And it has another one, the 7th house, but it's empty now. So we go to the 2nd. And Venus brings money. Venus brings gifts. Venus brings love. Is that not gorgeous? And so happy birthday. It's time to receive. Now we have a new moon on the 4th, November 4th, in 12 Scorpio 40. Find 12 Scorpio 40 in your birth chart, and it will tell you a lot, because this new moon says, I want to be alone. I don't want to be around anybody. And of course, I'm suggesting that you then be alone. That's fine. You can do that. Just before, like 2 days before the new moon, there's no energy. And so on the new moon, that's when energy starts growing. This can be great for meditation if you can sit still, because Mars may or may not allow that. 2 weeks later, we have a full moon, and that's when things come to a head. But this is not just a full moon, it's a lunar eclipse in your 6th house of work, health, and service. It's on November 19th in 27 Taurus. Look for 27 Taurus in your birth chart, because with an eclipse, we're going to feel that eclipse approaching a good week to 2 weeks before it occurs. All right. And it's going to be with us until the next pair of eclipses come along. We will have a second eclipse in December, and the next pair are the spring of 2022. And so this one helps your job, helps your health, helps you serve others. It's quite beautiful. So if you're looking to change your job, this can be enormously helpful. And there you have it, Sag. I've abbreviated Sag. Because Sag likes nicknames. I don't know if you knew that or not. So that's what your glorious forecast looks like. Please join me next month when once again I take a look at your forecast. Until then, may the stars shine brightly on you and yours. Bye for now.